You're listening to WCRD 91.3. It's Breaking
Breaking
Underground.
Underground.
Hey, it's Allison,
It's Quakes.
and we're here with Jay Edwards.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing great. Good to be here.
Nice. We're glad to have you on the show and stuff. And you played at the Batcave a few weeks ago, and you did a really good job. You did an acoustic set there, right?
Correct. With my guitar and my little baby kick drum.
How long have you been doing that for?
Songwriting or performing with that setup?
Let's start with songwriting first.
Yeah, I started writing songs, I think it was before the summer before sophomore year in high school. So probably 6 years now. Yeah, 6 years and counting. And yeah, that's when I kind of taught myself guitar too, and so on. I wrote a song about a girl.
Was it a girl you had a crush on, I'm guessing?
Definitely, yeah. Yep. And then it didn't work out, and so I was sad and confused and wrote a song about it because I didn't know how else to express that.
How many babes have you picked up from your music?
That's a good question.
Ooh. Well, backstory as to why I wanted to learn guitar in the first place was I was at a choir convention conference, Indiana All-State Choir, in high school. And my freshman year, the year before learning guitar, and I saw this guy out in the lobby just playing guitar. He's a fellow choir member, and he had a bunch of people around him just singing, because what do choral nerds do on a break besides sing? So we didn't know what else to do besides sing. So why not? We sang Jason Mraz and stuff like that, and everyone was just happy around him, and plus there was a fair amount of babes. And so I was like, as a young freshman, I was like, well, that seems like a good reason to learn that instrument.
I need more babes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. More babes and more good vibes. And so that's kind of what influenced me to learn guitar. And so to answer your question, how many chicks in Allstate? Probably a fair amount. Probably more than I know. There's a lot of secret crushes and stuff, but yeah.
Too many chicks will spoil the broth.
Yeah.
Right. Hey.
So after shows, you have girls that come up to you going, "Oh, that was so good."
Ideally, yes.
I'm pretty sure I did that.
I think that's exactly it. Yeah, she's like, "Wow, that was great. We'd love to have you." I was like, great. And here I am.
I'm not gonna lie, when I go up and talk to bands and I have Kwaku or Harrison, I'm like, well, now I can't go full flirting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could. It would just be awkward.
No, it's a tactic.
Yeah.
A
It's
couple
America.
hair flips.
It's America. You can do
Fine.
what you want.
Yeah, and then I spit everywhere. That totally works.
So, you're doing acoustic stuff right now. Do you plan to maybe join a band later on, or are you trying to do a Jason Mraz kind of solo thing?
Or clone yourself 3 times.
Ooh, I have not actually thought about that. But I
Jays?
guess, yeah, the Jays.
Don't go stepping on them.
Yeah. Make a little nest of blue jays.
Yeah. Blue and the Jays.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
my
I
logo.
like that.
It's a little blue jay. But that's the goal right now, actually, Kwaku. I want to join a full-fledged band. I loved the Jay Edwards band I had here at Ball State last fall. We performed at the Talent Search, and people loved it. And I want to keep that energy up, with the drums and everything. It's not the same as one guy playing a guitar, though that's really cool. I want to join a band or form a band. Right now the goal is to be a drummer in a band or front a band, do my own music, have people support me, which leads me to say that's not really going on here, but I'm moving tomorrow actually to hopefully be around a place with more opportunities and stuff. Music going on.
We got him in at the last minute.
Absolutely, the last minute.
Yeah.
The day before.
Where are you moving to?
I'm moving to Houston, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
What's down there that you're trying to do, in Houston? Why Houston out of all places to go?
Yeah, sure. Well, I would love to go to California it's super far away, and Houston is fairly far away. Like
Yeah.
800 miles less than LA. Because I love the beach and stuff. But if there's a beach near Houston, Galveston. But why I'm going is I have a live sound job opportunity, and Houston and Austin seem to be unique places and hop-in places for music. So, I'm just warmer weather and more opportunities, and hopefully bandmates is what I'm looking for, man.
Have you already found a place to live?
Sort of. I've sort of. I have.
It might be a box, but sort of.
I have a glorified box on wheels called a car, maybe.
But it'll be warm.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be warm. I got into van living actually about a year ago. I was gonna check the date because I had an interview with a Ball State alum who was from Colorado that actually was living in his van, and I was like, that sounds really neat, like freedom and stuff, and traveling, seeing the world while you can, and that's how I got into van living and stuff. But that's another goal, to live in a warm place, to buy a van. I'm gonna be a little nomad explorer for a bit, hopefully.
Well, are you ever gonna upgrade to a bus?
Ooh,
yeah,
in
that's
my
a question.
dreams, I have a bus for sure, and then make bunk beds and stuff, and just pile a bunch of friends in there and just make a road trip out of it. That would be truly spectacular. But I don't know.
Would you like to bring Breaking Underground with you? Like, we'll travel with you and
Yeah.
broadcast from where you
On the
toured?
road.
Hey,
Exactly.
cool, yeah. That'd be fun.
Breaking Under road trip.
That's Breaking Underground, the road trip edition.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and hopefully not breaking down on the side of the road.
I like that.
I know. Well, okay. I went to what's that one? I went to a specific Cajun gumbo place.
Bubblegum shrimp?
No, I can't remember
that's
what it's
not
called.
really genuine.
But the guy who was working behind the counter was telling me that he was traveling around the U.S. in a bus, and
Cool.
it was decked out, and they had electricity and game
Oh, yeah.
stations and all that stuff.
Wow.
And it broke down, and they just left it, and they came back, and now they're working for another bus.
Wow.
Life on the road.
That's just how it be.
Yeah.
So if you get a
a
bus,
beautiful thing.
you gotta have collateral.
Oh, yeah. And want to pay $3 a gallon every 6 miles.
yeah.
Or whatever. It depends on the bus.
You
Depends
just
on-
always keep gas on the bus.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've heard from other bands that when they go out, when they've done interviews and stuff, that being on the road, even though it can be fun, it's got to be stressful at times, because you're ending up in a new city every day, and you're around each other every day. I know there's a Metallica documentary about that where it's pretty much they were always fighting, I guess, when they're on. I don't remember what tour it was, but it was pretty much chronicling that and how they had to bring therapists on the bus and stuff like
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, so I mean, that's something about bus life that I don't think gets talked about a lot, honestly.
No.
Yeah, bus therapists.
Yeah,
Yeah, does someone put an application out on Indeed for that?
I only work on buses.
Yeah. I only work on things that have wheels.
Yeah.
That'd be
Maybe there
interesting.
need to be airplane therapists.
Maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe airplane babysitters.
Well, then you need an airplane daycare
daycare,
center.
Yeah.
Or at least a closet.
Similar to the luggage.
I just
place,
heard
right?
today that there is procedure for dead bodies. And on international flights,
Procedure.
like
Okay.
on
Oh.
an airplane. Sorry.
What they do with them.
Yeah, there's a room for dead bodies.
Interesting.
They don't just throw them out the plane.
Yeah, not typically, but I mean,
They'll
if
open
it
the door and just
smells.
lightly kick it out and be like,
Yeah. Have you ever been on a plane?
I have. I've been on multiple planes.
Wow.
I flew to Texas in September to check it out.
Oh, nice.
I've been to Florida. I went to Europe. Thanks
Oh,
to
yeah?
Ball
I've been
State.
there. I've been there too.
Yeah, where did you go?
Me three.
I've been to England. This is
England?
years ago.
Cool.
And because we have some family that live out there, and we're kind of doing a layover type thing. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I do remember from that trip was getting to go to Buckingham Palace, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Never been.
Yeah, but you went to Germany, right?
I went to Germany.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was at that show that
The songwriting,
Yeah.
Spring Shout thing. Yeah.
that Ethan Smith, we're gonna give him a little shout out.
Yeah.
Helped out with.
Yeah, he actually, I just performed and recorded the song here, Don't Fail Me Now, that Ethan helped co-write. Can't not give credits
To our
that guy.
boy
To our boy
Ethan.
Ethan
Yeah.
at Lame Brain.
He's not the lamest brain. though.
He's gonna. Yeah. Germany was amazing. That's kind of what gave me the travel bug last summer. I was like, man, these people and these new ways of life is fascinating. And then I came back and I was like, like Muncie and Ball State, it's great, and I get to see my friends. But I don't know, there's something inside me that was like, man, there's so much more to life, And then the guy in the van interviewed me, and I was like, I gotta do this.
A guy in a van just pulled up and interviewed you.
No, that's the yeah, right. Straight up guy in a van.
Hey Jeremy, how you doing?
Hey Jeremy, want an interview? You're like,
Here's
yeah.
a candy bottle. Gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free candy.
What was your favorite part about being in Germany, though? Because that's
man.
that's on my bucket list for sure.
First of all, like the bandmates, like just like hanging out with the people was fabulous. I mean, I'm a people person. Also getting to, and it wasn't so lonely because for 2 days I was just exploring, which I could have like sat in my room, I suppose, but I was like, that's good, lame. Just nap in a foreign country. Like, no, man. So, it wasn't so much lonely as it was very new and fresh, and I was naive. I was like going to the tourist center, like, hey, can I have a map? And they're like, you're from America. Yes. hence the English and stuff. But it was really, so just like being, but it's like vacation for 2 days, or 7 days rather. I mean, just being able to walk around and be free was awesome. Probably, okay, but actually like the best part was playing my bandmates' songs out on stage and just having everyone there like support and be attentive, and being in that small space was just great because the energy and the content and the talent was all there. So yeah, performing on that stage was really cool. That little built up stage.
How receptive was that German audience to what you were doing, like compared to here?
Yeah, they spoke. Of course, the younger crowd, 30s or below, from what I perceived, spoke English great, so they understood me and everything very well. So there was no communication barrier there, which was primarily, that was the age range of the audience, and I performed a song, What I Didn't Learn in High School, which I actually have a lovely music video for, thanks to another Ball State mate, Blake Connor. And it was kind of a parody song at first, but then people, the audience here in Indiana, thought that was just great. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I pitched my songs to the band in Germany, because there were multiple songwriters in the group, and I came to my turn, and they're like, hey, what songs of yours are we going to do? And so I played some, and What I Didn't Learn in High School included, and they're like, that one. They were sold. They're like, it's kind of like punk and rock and roll, but also has like happy feels. Everyone loves the mitochondria, oh, mitochondria. It's a song. It kind of criticizes, the
It's
education
a real powerhouse.
It's a powerhouse
Yeah.
of the cell. Yeah, one could say it's a powerhouse song for sure. So my bandmates loved it. First of all, the band coach was like, yes, 100%. And when we were just hanging out, they'd be like, mitochondria. Actually, how did they say mitochondria? They just said it very differently. Like it was funny. I thought it was hilarious, but they laughed, so they thought it was humorous. That's my long answer to your easy question.
And we appreciate longer answers on this program.
We also appreciate mitochondria.
Yes, we do.
The powerhouse of the cell.
I'm probably going to be singing that like during the rest of the day. Like, it's gonna pop into my head now, like mitochondria.
Yeah.
Like, oh Jay, what'd you do? What'd you do?
Yeah, the song's on Spotify. It's the music videos on YouTube and stuff. So good quality content. I'd urge you to check out.
Now, I guess you said you obviously, we talked about this earlier, you want to move to Houston, Texas. You're doing that as of this recording tomorrow.
Yep.
What, like, I guess it's going to be really hard to leave the Muncie scene behind, though,
Yeah.
because it's pretty popping as far as the bands go
Oh yeah.
and stuff. Did you sense, like, a big kind of family kind of a vibe from a lot of these bands? Like, everyone's out to help each other. Everyone's got each other's backs in a way.
Oh yeah, for
Or
sure.
are they all just horrible people?
Or are they all on the other side? Yeah, I mean, since Brandon started Lame Brain and stuff, and that like caught on, I mean, I was interested too. I was doing video and stuff for them last semester in the spring, and I was like, this is a really cool thing. And they, they're legit. They got like the crew, Ethan, James, other people I don't even know about, like just like hustling, and it's like a legit company. Like I'm just very impressed overall, and people don't have a problem like paying for the shows. At least musicians and artists like me are like fans, like, and I feel like ideally that's how it should be. Like, support the artists. Like, it's always great as an artist to be monetarily supported, because that means something different. I wouldn't say more than someone coming up and saying, "Wow, that was like really cool," like you did.
Yeah.
And so
But
just
I
like
also
fangirl and be
paid
like,
to get in.
right, you paid exactly. You paid to get it because it's an experience, and
Yeah.
So I think Lame Brain and the Muncie scene, I should say in general, from what I know, the basements, house shows and stuff is just great. I've always loved it. I mean, love to headbang and throw your fists around, but there's a variety. That's not all it is. There's other acts, and so there's a legit variety. It could be like alternative or like metal or stuff like that. It's cool.
There's nothing like going to a house show and not knowing any of the bands, not knowing the genre or anything, and just going and just being like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
That's happened a lot at the sauna, like when we've gone together. Like, there's been Racket Man, best example.
Racket
it's
Man.
great, yeah.
Oh, you should definitely look those guys up. They're from Cleveland. They're kind of like a
Cool.
How would you describe them? Would you describe them as like alternative a little bit?
They're like indie alternative. They have like a very retro vibe. One of them has a mullet.
Oh, are they in like those it's like 70s clothing, like that retro?
I can't even like pinpoint what time I would.
Okay, I'll have to see him.
Yeah, maybe we'll play him for you after.
Racket Man.
Yeah.
Not
like
Rocket
that.
Man.
Not Rocket Man. I like that name.
Yeah.
Racket Man.
Yeah, and also back to like the house show thing too. Like, we had the Sauna Boys on a few shows ago, and we're talking to them about like the indie house show scene, and apparently compared to Muncie, it's not 100% there yet. Like, the crowd is it can be really weird depending on the show you go to, but I feel like here everyone is here for common cause, and you listen to music and you also get to meet new people, and I feel like that's what the scene of the Muncie's really bringing to the table.
I feel like indie, well, one is just bigger, so they're like, it's less concentrated. We have like less places to go, I think, and I think it's really venue heavy there already. So I don't know. I
Definitely
wonder how
compared
it'll
to here,
grow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though. I mean, like,
Oh, absolutely.
house show, like the whole concept of house shows is cool. Just like, to me, it's like Midwestern friendly. A prime example of Midwestern friendliness. You have people come in like into your house and like
party.
please don't destroy everything, but still like mosh.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly.
At our house, but I remember the craziest thing that's ever happened during one of our house shows was Chives was playing. This is a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Chives was playing, and we were all moshing, and the lead singer like pulled a pumpkin out of nowhere.
Yes.
And just goes Happy Halloween.
Does he smash it?
Yeah, he smashes it and throws it in the crowd. But we're all moshing, and we have no idea what happened.
You're like,
so
what
we
is
just
it?
start starting on pumpkin parts, and a lot of us on the pit were like, where did this come from?
That's awesome.
And apparently Ethan was told to just film. He wasn't told what was happening. So he just is holding the camera up, and he sees the lead singer pull the pumpkin out. And Ethan puts the camera down like, what's about to happen? No. What's about to happen?
So he missed it.
Yeah. And Sam, I remember, was freaking out because she thought like some drunk idiot did it and stuff. So it was a pretty funny, pretty spontaneously great thing that happened.
That's some Chives hijinks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Always down to no good.
In the spirit of Halloween.
Yeah.
I love them, Ryan. I talked to Ryan. We have... Thanks to house shows, like I met them, and I now edit videos for them, like that you see on social media. Like I edit those videos, so yeah.
That's right. Plug yourself.
Yeah, if bands need like videos edited, whatever, like I can edit. Even though I'm gonna be in Houston, like I still have a great computer.
Bands roll through Houston.
And an email.
Exactly. Yeah. JEdwardsmusic@gmail.com.
Well, I mean, bands roll through Houston, like. You think the Foo Fighters are going to be driving by Houston like, we need a director? And Dave Grohl's going to hit you up, and you're going to be like...
Yeah. People just start waving down your van. Oh, that's Jay's van. We need music.
Yeah, we need Jay.
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, the ideal van for, like, stealth camping. Like, that's a big... Like, you got to be stealthy, not get arrested or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
a camo van.
A camo... Right. And a camo, basically, invisible van. Or a white van, like, standard creeper van, if you will, or, like, delivery truck. And I was like, man, maybe I could, like, put my, like, number / business info on there.
I don't know if I do a white van, because everybody would be like, what a creeper.
Right, there's a stigma, but at the same time, it's like, okay, who's going to mess with you then?
Yeah,
that is true.
They're like, I don't want to deal with a creeper today. Yeah,
exactly.
Today, maybe tomorrow, but not today.
Yeah. No, yeah, van life is it's a whole community. There's a very interesting thing about that. But anyway, Muncie house shows are great.
Are they different than the RV community?
I would say so. I can't fully say because I'm not in either one of those communities yet, but
you'll have to you report back to us.
Exactly. Check back with me, and I would love to say a few months or something if I get up here when it's warmer.
I'm like, is the bus is the van community and the RV community different? Community.
I mean, I've looked on forums and stuff, and people, no matter their vehicle, seem to appreciate tips of where to park, where to camp.
Yeah.
So you kind of share the same space. It's just RVs take up a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walmart,
yeah.
Just hide out in the parking lot.
Yep.
I know. I have a friend who she went on a trip, and they just slept in her car in a Walmart parking lot, like in the very corner.
Yeah.
That's just how it be sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good rule of thumb is just never park in the same place 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So I'm about to find that out.
Yeah.
I'm about to find that out and practice what I preach, man.
How long is your trip going to be, by the way?
I have like jobs. I have 3 job interviews lined up actually on Monday, and then I have why I moved there. Why I'm choosing to move there, to kind of go back to your main question, is for live sound gigs, like studio opportunity. I met this entrepreneur, owns a studio, does live sound stuff, and that's something I like to do. And there's not a whole lot of that like going on in Wabash, my hometown, but like that's okay. Mm-hmm. So that's the push. But basically, I don't know how long it's gonna last. My goal is at least through the winter time in Indiana. Yeah. My backup plan is come here when it's warm and do some more work, but hopefully I'm gonna make the stride to be somewhere I actually want to be, I suppose. Not that home is bad, but
I'm very impressed. Like, it takes a lot of bravery to do that. That's something that I would like to do when I graduate, is, move out of state. So
me too. Well,
you just got to get up and get your stuff done.
Well, I guess the problem too with when you're doing like something that's in entertainment, you have to move. Like, especially like, you know what I mean? Like, because obviously I want to do radio, so I'm going to have to move to wherever a job is available, and a lot of jobs might not be available here. So you got to move maybe to the other side of the country and stuff like that. So it's pretty, and it is a good thing too to be able to move and expand, what you know and the people you know and the environments that you're used to and stuff like that. I feel like that will help you in the long run as well.
It's building connections, making moves. You don't make much I believe you don't make much progress, personally or in your career if you are complacent.
Yeah.
So it's just I'm trying to be bold and be brave.
Yeah, it'll make more music.
And make more music, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to have my studio space to work in and bring other artists and clients and record my own music. I have 4 instruments in my Buick LeSabre. I have a small drum set. Mm-hmm. The toms pack into each other, like they nest into each other, like those nesting dolls or whatever. And then that all fits in a 16 by 16 case. And then I got my hardware, blah blah blah, cymbals. Then I got my acoustic guitar, my bass, my electric guitar. It's hard being an instrumentalist. Mm-hmm. One of the hardest things, like prioritizing space, I guess, is tricky. That's tricky. I'm starting 2 sentences. And like one of the hardest things living in your vehicle is prioritizing your space, and then to be a multi-instrumentalist on top of that means you don't have a lot of space.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge, but
it's hard being talented.
It's right. It's said humbly, yes.
Your next album is gonna be van living, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it would be cool to record something solely in my van and say, hey, this is all produced in a van, which with MIDI and electronic things is pretty simple to do. But for pop punk or alternative music, where some things are recorded, with mics like acoustic guitars and stuff, it's just going to be a challenge for sure.
You should take the Foo Fighters approach within, stop by, every city you stop in, you should write a song inspired by that city and then record it in that, because I think that's what they did with Sonic Highways and stuff, one of their albums, and it was pretty good. It was a really good concept.
This city will be Quake's Domain.
Quake's Domain.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down.
He's sitting there. What rhymes with domain? Cocaine.
That's music, my dude.
And now, Nirvana.
All right. So do you have anything else you want to tell the people?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, this is college radio, college kids primarily listening to this, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. I've been going through some tricky stuff with pulling the trigger to go to a place that I don't know about. I honestly just picked up the phone, and because I hadn't got back to this guy. 2 months later, almost 2 months later, I was like, I should say something. Maybe I'm nervous because I don't want to go, or maybe I realize it's going to be a challenge. And I guess my advice is, pick up the phone. That means do work. I did work to get there to a place where I could, go to Texas to visit and meet with this guy. So I don't know. I like to give advice and share experiences. But be bold, do work, I guess, and be creative, be open-minded. Don't let people tell you what to do. That's a hard thing, because everyone has their own perspectives, comes from a different background, and you have to make your own path. And I think if you're true to yourself, if you fail, whatever failure may be, you'll still be happy about. Ideally, still be happy about it. Maybe I come back in a few months and I'm like, man, I'm not ready for this. I can't live out of a vehicle or something. Or maybe I meet some really nice people there. Then whatever. That's just a challenge I see. I don't see it as a barrier. It's a really hard challenge. But
yeah,
my dream, I'm chasing the dream, I guess, and that's to make it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Who knows where we'll go? But gotta move.
I feel like that's solid advice, because I feel like this is just the way I look at things like that. If you try something like that and you fail, you can at least say, I tried it. You know what I mean? Exactly. I put in the effort. I did what my gut told me to do, and it just didn't work. And you can just try again.
Yeah, precisely. And if anything, I'm keep an open mind. That's my biggest advice to anyone. I'm keeping an open mind. And if anything, I know I'm going to learn, okay, if I'm interested in van living, what kind of fridge do I need? What kind of solar panels, blah, blah, blah. What would make it a lot easier to live? Or I'm surely going to learn, how to build connections and not feel alone in a big city, lifestyle, not just logistical, how do I live stuff, but.
I mean, it's Houston. There's a lot of stuff to do there, to be honest with you. And I feel like as long as you get yourself out there, which I don't think you're not going to do.
Yeah.
Like you're going to meet some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I sure hope so. Hope so.
Yeah. And there's a lot of radio stations there too. Like I know there's an alternative station there. They play a lot of local music, so I mean, you can get your music played there if you want to. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities that you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, but in case like someone like hears your music on our show or anything, they're like, I want to follow this guy. Yeah. I want to stalk this guy's every move on my phone. How can they do that?
I would probably say Instagram and Facebook. I post weekly. I'm going to post about my adventures in the future and stuff, and probably see my smiling, hopefully more tan face.
Now, when you say weekly, is there a set time that you Instagram or that you Facebook?
Yeah. I mean,
5 p.m.
I have
happy hour.
I mean, I wouldn't say I would want to give away my secrets, but for people to, the most, in my research, the most popular or heavily traffic times, Tuesday and Thursday at the window of like 2 p.m. to maybe 5 p.m. is when I post, and then Saturdays if I feel like it, and Saturdays and like Sundays in the afternoon at like 3 maybe. But that's just from my research. So Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Okay. And what's your username, by the way, on Instagram?
At Instagram, you can just search J Edwards, Jay. J Edwards. You'll probably see the @Jeremy Nevil. That's my real name. Don't tell anyone. and you can search J Edwards on Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is just YouTube/J Edwards Music. Most of my things end in J Edwards Music. My website, jedwardsmusic.com. Spotify, J Edwards.
And we'll be sharing that on our Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, we will.
Well, thank you. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I will be sure to be opening my Instagram app between 2 and 5 and keep hitting refresh.
Right.
To look for that J Edwards post.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap up. But thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you. And good luck on your move. We're all of us here at Breaking Underground are hoping for the best.
We'll mail you food if you need it.
And then to return, you mail us some new songs so we can debut them.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off.
Radical. Just send me fruits and veggies, man.
Prevent that scurvy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. This has been Breaking Underground. You're listening to WCRD 91.3. Always better van living.
Yeah.